Every road I've ever ridden led to nowhere. So I wrote another one, and another. That's the point. I've been to the coast, I've been to the canyon, I've been to the desert floor. I've seen the sunrise from 1,000 seats, and I still want more. Not because I'm hungry, not because I'm lost, because the writing is the answer and the question is the frost. They say, where you headed, cowboy? I say, does it matter? They say, ain't you tired? I say, tired is a ladder. Roads to nowhere, but I still ride 'em. Every mile is a graveyard, but I still find 'em. The horizon never answers, but it never tells a lie. Roads to nowhere, and I'm the last one dry. To nowhere, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My daughter asked me once, why don't you ever stay? I said, honey, staying is the thing I gave away. The day I learned that nothing lasts, not love, not hate, not shame. The only constant is the engine and the beauty of the flame. She didn't understand. She was 23, but she will when life takes everything from me. I thought about stopping last winter in a town called Nothing, Arizona. The name was perfect, like a prophecy, a coma. I parked the bike, walked into a bar, ordered whiskey neat. The bartender said, you look like someone who's been on his feet for too long, for too many years, for too many tears. I said, just pour the drink, my friend, and save me from my fears. Because the only thing worse than going nowhere is not going anywhere at all. Last check key in the ignition, twist the throttle, see you on the other side, which is just more of the same. They say death is freedom, I've been there. It's not. It's just quieter. I died once on a Tuesday, or was it Wednesday night? The line between the living and the dead ain't black and white. I felt my heart stop beating, felt the cold crawl up my spine, and then I felt nothing, just a long forgotten line. No angels, no demons, no light at the end of the tunnel, just a door that wouldn't open and a voice that wouldn't mumble. Death don't feel like freedom, it feels like waiting in the rain for a bus that never comes, for a driver with no name. I came back because I had to, not because I wanted to stay. But the living ain't much better, they just talk more every day. Death don't feel like freedom, it just feels like the end of the fight. I met a man who died for real, he didn't come back like me. He said the other side is just a room where you can't see. No windows, no reflections, no memory of your face, just the sound of your own breathing in an infinite empty space. He asked me why I came back, I said I don't know why. He said that's the only honest answer. Then he started to cry. Thought about staying there, on the other side of the door, but something pulled me back, something I can't ignore. Not hope, not love, not unfinished business or regret, just the feeling that I hadn't suffered enough yet. Keep riding, not because I want to, because the alternative is standing still. He swore on his mother, on his patch on his bike. He swore, and then he broke. I gave him my spare bike when his engine blew. I gave him my spare room when his wife said we're through. I gave him my spare time when the nights got long and dark. He gave me a knife in the back and a smile in the park. The president called a meeting, said we got a mole. I watched every face at the table. His was the coldest by the pole. Broken oaths and empty patches, every promise turns to dust. The brotherhood was blood boys, but the blood turned into rust. I trusted him with my life, with my bike, with my wife's goodbye. Now I'm trusting this 12 gauge to help me sleep at night. Broken oaths and empty patches, that's the only code I know. I found the text messages on his phone at 2 a.m. He left it on the charger. Guess he trusted his best friend. The numbers, the locations, the dates, the times, the plans. I read every single word with shaking bloody hands. He walked in at 2:15, said, "Brother, what's wrong?" I said, "Nothing, brother, just learning a new song." I didn't kill him, not that night, not in the clubhouse. That would be too easy, too clean. I waited until he thought he was safe, until he thought I didn't know, and then I showed him what brother really means. The patch is in my pocket now, his. The leather still smells like his cologne. I'm keeping it as a reminder. Brotherhood ain't blood. Brotherhood ain't hope. Brotherhood is just a word that helps you tie the rope. Is missing someone. Alone is realizing there's no one to miss. I stopped at a motel off the 40, the same one as last year. The same clerk, same coffee, same wallpaper of fear. He said, "You traveling alone?" I said, "That's the only way." He nodded like he understood, but he didn't, not that day. He had a wife at home, a kid, a dog, a fence. I had a parking lot and a conscience that was dense. Alone isn't lonely, it's worse than that. Lonely still remembers what it's like to be a man. Alone is when the phone doesn't ring because there's no one left to call. When every brother's in the ground and every woman hit the wall. Alone isn't lonely, it's just accurate. I used to have a crew, a club, a flag, a code. Now I've got a rear view and a heavy fucking load. They didn't leave me, they died, or I buried them myself. And the shelf above my dresser is a cemetery of stuff. The patches don't mean anything without the men who wore them, but I keep them anyway. A museum of the broken. I tried to make a friend last summer in a bar in Tennessee. He asked me what I did for work. I said, "I bury me." He laughed, I didn't. He stopped laughing when he saw my eyes. He said, "You're not joking." I said, "No, the truth never lies." The clerk said, "Come back soon." I said, "I always do, but I don't come back for the coffee. I come back because there's nowhere else. Alone isn't lonely, it's just the end of the line. They told me the road was freedom. They lied. It's just a longer cage with better views. I've been riding for 20 years, maybe 20 more. Every town looks the same now, a different name, same door. The horizon keeps on running every time I get too close, like a promise that was never meant to be a dose. I used to think the white line was a thread back to myself. Now I know it's just a leash on a shelf. The highway is a cage with no bars and no keys, just the endless fucking asphalt and the burning of the trees. I thought I was running towards something. I was running from my own grave. The highway is a cage, boys, and I'm the only slave. The highway is a cage, and I built it with my own hands. Motel rooms are cells without a lock upon the door. The neon signs are searchlights that have swept me twice before. The waitresses all know my face, but never know my name. And every cup of coffee tastes exactly the same. The road keeps giving answers to the questions I don't ask, but the answers always keep going. Another mile, another mask. Stop at 3 a.m. last night. Looked at my reflection in the glass, didn't recognize the sight. A stranger with my eyes, my scars, my jacket, my bike. A stranger who forgot that freedom was something he could like. I thought about just stopping, leaving the key in the ignition, but the highway doesn't let you quit. It just extends the mission. Yeah, keep going. That's the cage. No walls, no guards, just the road. The road never lets you leave. He should have stepped aside. He didn't. Now there's red on the chrome. 2 a.m., the rain is coming down like nails. A rat in a pickup thought he knew the trails. He cut me off at the intersection of Main and 7th. Now his blood is drying on my handlebar grip. He begged for mercy with a broken jaw. I said, mercy left when you broke the law. There's blood on the handlebar, blood on my vest. Another dead man's secret pounding in my chest. I didn't start this war, but I'll be the one to end it. Every enemy I bury is a promise that I meant it. Blood on the handlebar, and I ain't done yet. The club said, take his patch, take his bike, take his name. I said, I'll take his life and I'll take the blame. They don't ask questions when the job gets done. Just another ghost under the midnight sun. The asphalt sings a song of steel and sin. I wipe the handlebar and I grin. There's blood on the handlebar. Gas station sink. Looked in the mirror and I didn't blink. He made his choice when he opened his mouth. Now I'm heading south. I'm heading south. Blood on the handlebar, blood on my chain. Every drop I spill is washing off the shame. I didn't start this war, but I'll be the one to end it. Every enemy I bury is a promise that I meant it. South, yeah, keep riding it. I found him at a motel off the 17. His wife wasn't there. His kid wasn't there. Just him and his guilt. He was smoking on the balcony, watching the rain. I pulled up slow, killed the engine, killed the pain. He saw my headlight and he knew my face. Started backing up slow, looking for a place. I said, Jimmy, there's no place. I blocked the door. He dropped the cigarette, started to shake. Said, brother, for the love of God, for old time's sake. I said, old times die the night you made the call. 3 brothers in the ground, Jimmy, they had a fucking fall. He said they made me do it, gasoline confession. Pour it on the ground. You got 60 seconds, boy, then I'm burning this down. He talked about his daughter, talked about his death. Said the feds had pictures, said they had a threat. I lit a match just to watch the flame dance. Said, Jimmy, I don't care about your circumstance. 3 widows came to me, 3 kids without a dad. You think your daughter matters more than what they had? He fell to his knees in the parking lot mud. Said, kill me if you have to, just don't spill my blood in front of my room. I looked at the door. He lit a red BMX bike, the same one I saw before. Sorry, no, I'm sorry, just excuses and shame. So I flicked the match and I whispered his name. I watched him burn for 3 minutes. Then I called the widow. You're free now, I said. He won't hurt anyone again. She didn't say thank you. She just cried. You know it's bad when you check your mirror and see a pat you gave with your own hand. 3 years ago, I pulled him from a ditch, bled with him, fed with him, called him rich. Gave him my spare bike when his engine blew. Now he's the reason the feds know what I do. I saw his taillights turn left where they should have turned right. That's when I knew who sold us out that night. There's rats in my mirror, rats in my blood. Every brother I trusted is a nail in the mud. They smile in my face, pour whiskey in my glass. Then they draw the map that lets the law kick my ass. Rats in my mirror, and I'm running out of grace. The president called a church meeting, said we got a leak. I watched their eyes, every single one was meek. Except for Jimmy, he wouldn't look at the floor. He looked at the door. I don't need a confession, I need a rope. Brotherhood ain't blood, brotherhood ain't hope. bike outside his trailer at 4 a.m. Saw his kid's bike on the porch, a little red BMX. I thought about his wife, I thought about the cold. Then I thought about the 3 men buried on that road. Every brother I trusted is a nail in the mud. They smiled in my face, poured whiskey in my glass. Now I'm drawing names in gasoline and making it last. Jimmy, you know what you did. I'll see you when the moon is high. You wanna ride? Pay the price. No one rides for free. The lawman thinks he knows me. Got my file on his desk, but the paper don't show the blood, don't show the mess. I got a debt collector's handshake and a preacher's lie, and every man across me learned the hard way how to die. You don't pray for mercy where mercy don't exist. You just grab the throttle and you clench your fist. No one rides for free. Not the sinner, not the saint, not the enemy. You want a patch, you bleed for it. You want the road you need for it. No one rides for free, including me. The widow asked for justice, I gave her a name. The sheriff asked for answers, I gave him the flame. The preacher asked for penance, I gave him the gun. Said go ask God for forgiveness, I'm already done. The devil knows my tab is paid in full. Every bridge I burned is a grave I dug. Whoa. You think I wanted this? Nobody wakes up cold, but the world took my warmth and left me old and sold. So now I take what's mine with gasoline and steel. And if you don't like the ride, get off the wheel. No one rides for free. No one rides for free. No one rides for free, including me. Including me. Yeah, you heard me. got my face on every screen from here to Mexico. Good, let 'em watch. Red and blue in the rear view, 3 cars back. Scanner says armed and dangerous, heading south on the track. They got my name on a bulletin, my face on a wall, but they ain't got the balls to make the call. A helicopter's humming like an angry hornet nest. I ain't stopping for nobody, not the law, not the Reaper's test. The speedometer's crying at 110. This is where I live, boys. This is where I've always been. Run till the tires bleed, run till the engine dies. The devil's in my mirror with his hellfire eyes. They can bring the whole damn army, bring the dogs and the chains. I was born on a highway, I'll die in the lanes. Run till the tires bleed, and I ain't looking back. A roadblock at the county line flares in the rain. I kill the lights, hit the shoulder, and I pray to the pain. The ditch was 6 feet deep, the mud was like glue, but a Harley in the darkness is a ghost slipping through. I heard the sheriff on the radio, suspect disappeared. No, I didn't, brother, I just got weird. The moon is my only witness, the wind is my only friend. This ain't a chase anymore, this is where the road bends. My knuckles are white, my back is on fire. Every mile I put between us is a liar's funeral pyre. They think I'm running from something they don't understand. I'm not running from the grave, boys, I'm running with the damned. Hellfire eyes, they can bring the whole damn army, bring the dogs and the chains. I was born on a highway, I'll die in the lanes. 3 hours later, I crossed the state line. No lights, no choppers, just me and the white line. I pulled over at a rest stop, looked at the sky, said not today. Reaper, not today. Three hours to the border, 67 miles of desert, and 1,000 pounds of memory in my saddlebags. man at the crossing stood on no man's land. The guard looked at my passport, looked at my face, said, "Welcome to Mexico, sir." Didn't know my case. I almost laughed, almost cried, almost told him who I am. Then I thought about the widows and I just said, "Thank you, ma'am." The border is a lie, they drew with a pen, but the devil doesn't need a passport, boys, he's already in. So I crossed the borderline, but the line ain't in the sand. It's in the blood of every brother buried where I ran. New country, same engine, new sun, same pain. The road don't care which side you're on, it just takes you in the rain. Borderline, borderline, you can't outrun your kind. First night in Chihuahua, I parked at a cantina, poured a whiskey for the ghosts, watched a dusty dancer lean. She asked me where I'm from, I said somewhere up north. She said, "Your eyes are cold, senor, like something died and got back up." I didn't tell her she was right, just paid the bill and left. The dead don't need translation, and I ain't overcompensating yet. I used to think the border meant a different kind of air, but guilt don't need a visa, and shame is always there. I traded English for Spanish, but the screams are still the same. Just different vowels, different consonants, same goddamn shame. It's in the blood of every brother buried where I ran. New country, same engine, new sun, same pain. The road don't care which side you're on, it just takes you in the rain. The next morning, I pointed the bike south. No destination, no plan, just the road. They'll find me eventually, they always do, but not today. Not today. Hands tied, engine screams, don't wake me from this dream. Everything just feels the same. Speed's the only thing I trust. Everything else turns to dust. know where this road will end. Still I push it past the bend. Don't let me break tonight. Keep me blind and speeding light. If I slow, I'll feel it all. Don't let me break, just let me fall. No more thought, no more control. Just her pulling through my soul. Every second closer now to the thing I won't allow. I don't turn and I don't stop, even when I feel it drop. Don't let me break tonight. Keep me blind and speeding light. If I slow, I'll feel it all. Don't let me break, just let me fall. Don't pull me out, don't try fixing what I doubt. No more saving, no more lies, just the truth before I die. I don't pray and I don't plead, this is everything I need. Too far gone to turn it back. No more road, just endless black. I don't ride to feel alive, I just ride to not survive. Don't let me break, feel that burn. No more lines I can return. If I fade into the night, at least I held on tight. Don't let me break, hear that sound. Engine screaming, shaking ground. If I die like this, chasing something I can't fix. Engine high, fade inside. Still I run into the night. Cold key, no light, door I won't unlock tonight. Time I knew that road, turned around when the sun got low. Now it's just a line I pass, another town that couldn't last. I don't call, I don't explain. There's nothing there to say. There's nothing waiting back home for me. No porch light, no memory. Every mile just makes it clear. There's nothing waiting here. Used to hear my name out loud somewhere in a quiet crowd. Now it's lost in engine sound, like it never was around. I kept thinking I'd go back, but there's nothing left like that. There's nothing waiting back home for me. No porch light, no memory. Every mile just makes it clear. There's nothing waiting here. I find? Just an empty state of mind. Same old walls, different ghosts. A place I used to know the most. I don't run and I don't hide. There's just nowhere left inside. I thought leaving made me free. Didn't know what it would be. No more past, no more place. Just the wind across my face. There's nothing waiting, I see it now. Every road ends the same somehow. No matter what I try to prove, there's nothing left to lose. There's nothing waiting, let it be. That's the truth that follows me. If I fade into the night, no one's there to see the light. Sound, only thing that's still around. Late night ride, second seat. Feels like you're still holding me. There's a curve past mile 23 where you used to lean with me, laughing through that reckless speed, like forever meant to be. I tell myself it's just the road, but I still feel you close. You still sit behind the passing lights. I know you're gone, but I still feel your hands on me. Your weight is real. Every stop feels incomplete, like I left you in the seat. Every mirror shows the same, just a ghost without a name. I don't turn, I don't look back, but I feel you in the black. You still sit behind me tonight in the wind, in the passing lights. I know you're gone, but I still feel your hands on me. Your weight is real. If I stop, would you be there? Or just smoke and empty air? Did I lose you on that ride? Or did you never leave my side? I don't ask and I don't try. Some things never say goodbye. You just live where I went wrong. I don't ride alone at night. You're the shadow in my life. Last thing in my sight. Engine low, empty seat. Still feels like you're holding me. Rear view cracked, don't look right. Something missing in that light. Used to know that face I see, used to mean something to me. Now it's just a hollow stare, riding through the empty air. I kept running from the past, didn't know I'd lose it all. I'm someone I left behind, lost somewhere between the lines. Every mile erased the truth. Now I don't know who I used to be. Hands still steady on the bars, but they don't feel like they're ours. Same old road, same old scars, but something's gone too far. I don't feel what I once felt, like I lost myself somewhere else. I'm someone I left behind, lost somewhere between the lines. Every mile erased the truth. Now I don't know who I used to be. If I stop, would he return? Or is he something I outburned? Did I trade him for this ride? Or did he slowly fade inside? I don't ask and I don't try. Some things just don't survive. No more past to pull me back, just a shadow on the black. I don't run and I don't hide, I just ride what's left inside. I'm someone I left behind, it's true. No more me, no more you. If I fail, lost a long time ago. Engine low, fading line. Guess I left him far behind. Don't think, just twist. Silence dies like this. I don't breathe, keep it loud so I don't hear me. Every mile cuts me clean, like I'm somewhere in between. There's a voice I can't outrun, so I bury it in the hum. Throttle low the thought tonight, kill the noise and speed in light. If it breaks me, let it be. Better fast than feeling me. No more names, just the road and open flames. If I stop, it all comes back, so I keep it off the track. Every second pushing more, past the man I was before. Throttle low the thought tonight, kill the noise and speed in light. If it breaks me, let it be. Better fast than feeling me. Don't slow it down, let me hit without a sound. No regrets in what I chose, this is all I've ever known. I don't fight and I don't plead, speed's the only thing I need. I don't heal, I just erase, every mile rewrites my place.